What's up, guys? Welcome to the Crypto Savvy channel. I'm Craig, and we are going to be going over the markets. Have all the traditional markets topped? It's a very good possibility. We've hit all our upside targets. Now, if they break, then maybe some miracle happens and the markets continue up from here, break through all resistance. But let's take a look at what's going on. These targets are 4, 5, 6, 7 months old, some of them even older. We're going to take a look at where we hit yesterday. I made a video yesterday talking about the top looks like it's just about in. We've had these targets for a long time. They were all on upward channels. Let's take a look at it. Before we begin, make sure you smash the likes, leave your comments down below, and let's get into it. So subscribe to the channel if you want daily updates also. So we've been talking about the markets topping out very soon. I believe they've topped out. We're going to take a look at that. And I've been talking about the biggest money grab in history. And I think we could see a crash worse than 2008. And I'm going to show you why. Let's take a look at it. So this is Tesla. We've had this trend line here since way back here when we broke. We had our targets of 50, 106, and 151. We did hit our 106 for our bounce. Now it looks like we've made nothing but an ABC correction. We came back up to tag the trend line, which is the 1.272, right? And an A, B, C correction, and now for more downside. Now, if this is going to be bullish, this is a 1, 2, 3. We're heading for 4, and then we'll get a fifth wave up. But as of right now, this does look like an ABC correction. We hit our trend line perfect. We hit 300, which this was obviously, these aren't to the penny, but we nailed it. And now do we come down from here? And like I've been saying, I would be a buyer around 40 to 50 bucks for Tesla if this does play out. Looking at the Dow Jones, we came right back to our 0.786. It was at 35.2. We went just above it, a wick above it. But remember, I said that we can get wicks above it in the daily. But if this is the case, we are heading down, way down in the Dow. So let's take a look at Nasdaq. Again, guys, these targets are old, right? So we've been watching for a retest of this trend line up here at 15,926. Went almost exactly right there. Now, if we stay above this 8 EMA, then there are chances we can go up and break this. If we do break these upper levels, then we'll probably have one more push up in the markets before continuing down. But if this is the case, guys, we could have topped out here. We can also see lower highs in the RSI down here, higher highs up here. That is hidden bearish divergence. Actually, sorry about that. That is bearish divergence, right? We got higher highs in the price action, lower highs here. Signs of a reversal, guys. Be cautious in these markets. Like I've been saying for a long time, I think this is going to be the biggest money grab in history. Here is the S&P, same thing. Nailed the top of this channel just like we were expecting and got rejection so far. Let's see what happens when the markets open today. Actually, they're going to open in 9 minutes. This video will probably be out after the market opens. But as of right now, this is what we're looking for. If we do come back down and break this, we can move this up a little bit. Not to say we don't go lower, but this would be my first major target around 36.89, right? Which matches up with all these lows across the board here. So nevertheless, even if we do hit this, we'll probably get a bounce, but we still could break through and go to much, much lower targets, guys. Just be careful. I know everyone's extremely bullish. Guys, look around. There's really no reason to be bullish in reality, right? And looking at the charts, I go by just the charts. I don't care what the news says, any of that stuff. I believe everything's in the charts. That's my opinion. You can have yours. Do whatever you wish. We're going to take a look at the dollar. So the dollar is getting rejected right now at the 8 EMA. Now, if we do get rejection and the dollar continues down, then that would break all resistance in other markets. Markets go up. But as of right now, this could have just been a falling wedge, and we are about to rally heavy over the next few months for the DXY. So just something to look at. For those of you that are extremely bullish, definitely take a look at the bearish side. I am still on the bearish side, and I do believe this is just a big bubble pop. We've had 4 waves now. We've completed our 4th wave, the 5th wave down. I do believe the bottom of Bitcoin will be sometime in the end of this year, possibly beginning of next year, but between 37 and 9,600. That's where I'm looking for the bottom in Bitcoin. if my analysis is correct, which so far we've been dead on. We've got our 100% rally from the false bottom that we talked about forever. I did think it would come in March or February or March of this year. We got it in November, which matches up with the hype, right? Because that would be consistent with other cycles to get everybody bullish, screaming for new all-time highs, exactly like I said the false bottom would do before returning to new lower lows. We've had two signs from both these peaks, right, of hidden bearish divergence in the weekly. The weekly is in a downtrend, and then we had this uptrend here, and we go off the uptrend highs. Then we had bearish divergence, reversal of the trend. I'm still very bearish here, guys. Also, looking at the 4 hour, right? We've been inside this channel. We got a wick below. Probably got some people stopped out in their longs, come back up, or stopped out in their shorts in this little move. But let's zoom in here and just put the fibs on this move, right? This move here. So this just looks like an ABC correction before more downside. If we go from this low, right, with our fib extension up to this high here, back down to this low here, that hit our 1-to-1 extension exactly, right? So if we stay below this 1-to-1 extension, which is right here at the top of here, if we break this high, that'll invalidate this. But as of right now, it does still look bearish. But you can't be too bearish unless we break this trend line again. That trend line's around 29,800 range. If we break that, it's probably going to be a quick move down to somewhere around the 27.5 range for the next bounce. Now, people get mistaken that thinking that if this hits here, that I'm saying that's the bottom. No, I'm saying this is a major area for a bounce. We could come all the way back up to retest the 30,000 after hitting that before continuing down. Unless we break these highs up here, right? We'll take a look at the daily. There is a possibility we still get a spike to 32.8, and that would invalidate this count right here because this line right here was our first low from the high, and that is 32.8. If we break that, maybe and hold support there, then maybe we are in a bull market. I just don't see it yet. Same thing here. We look at the weekly, just looks like a giant falling wedge. This is just a different count, but the same scenario, 37 to 9,700 for the bottom sometime the end of this year, right? Let's take a look at Binance compared to FTX right here. We've been watching this for about almost 7 months now since I drew this in. And as of right now, we got our rejection on the bottom of the triangle here. I do believe we have much more downside for Binance. Does that mean Binance collapses and goes away forever? Not necessarily, but the charts are showing bad news for Binance. Let's zoom in on that. So if we look at this rising channel here for Binance, right, we'll take a look at all these targets. So the big target, if this is a rising wedge here, from where we broke is about 68 bucks. Now that doesn't mean it has to stop there, right? It could go much lower, but let's take a look at what we got here. This does look like just a bear flag forming here, and here are the two targets. The first target being just a measured move of the width of the channel, right? You take that, you put it down, that gets you to about 196. So that's an area to look for a bounce. If that breaks, your next area is looking at this whole thing as a flagpole, this as a bear flag, bringing it down to, if it does break, now the area we're looking for it to break would be around 229. If we break that, you could definitely look for 196, and after that 147, and then of course the 68. But if we get back above here and get support, so say we get back above the it would be around 265, and we hold support there, that could change, and then we get one more big rally here. But that would consist of traditional markets pushing through all their resistance, which so far they have not. Keep an eye on that today. I showed you guys the areas to watch. I do think we are still in a bubble pop pattern, and here's what they all look like, right? Here's the Amazon bubble pop pattern. This was a 100% rally. Doesn't look like it, but it was a 100% rally here before making new lower lows. Just like we've made a 100% rally here. Same thing in Nintendo. Here's your big bull market or bear market rally before new lows, right? Just like over here, bubbles always return to where they began. Taking a look at right here, you had a bunch of false bottoms in this Sony bubble pop, right? But it nevertheless returned to where it began. I'm looking for Bitcoin to return to where it began, probably by the end of this year. That could take a little bit longer. But anyways, I want to get a quick video out. As you guys know, I've been very busy with the house. We are so close to getting in there right now. So it is crunch time. I'm trying to keep videos coming to you guys, but as you guys know, some days I just can't get to it. But make sure you're subscribed, so when I do, tick your notification bell. That'll get you notified when I post new videos. Smash those thumbs up, guys. I appreciate you guys, and I'll see you in the next one.